And you previously called it seriously disrespectful and utterly unproductive when Tim Farron suggested it a few months after the referendum. So, do you regret campaigning for a second referendum?
No, I don't. But there were elements that were not very satisfactory. As you know, and you put your finger on some of them. Initially, I shared the skepticism of Norman Lamb and Tim Farron. No, so Norman and others that this was the right track. But two things happened, which I think changed the calculus. The first, which was crucial, was that Theresa May, in a Lancaster House speech, distance said it was simply not going to happen that Britain would stay in the customs union, the single market. I think many of us, and Norman Lamb was a very good advocate of this, had argued that, well, we accept the results of the referendum. And we have a soft Brexit. We remain essentially in the main economic trading domains of Europe. And we accept the fact that in other respects we leave. And that struck me as being a sensible position. But I was fundamentally changed from that when Theresa May said, we're going to go for a hard Brexit. And we didn't just go for a hard Brexit, we went for an ultra hard Brexit once Johnson had taken over. And it seemed to me this was not what the referendum had been all about. A lot of people had felt that there were particular issues around migration and that maybe the European Union had overreached itself. I don't think anybody at any stage during the referendum campaign was arguing for Britain to leave the single market or leave the customs union, but that's what happened. So it seemed to me perfectly legitimate to start campaigning for a second vote, which is what we did.